Hey guys, it's your boy Nolan here, back with another tutorial. Today we're doing Interlude by Eden, as requested by Ignacio on the YouTube comments there. Sorry if I butchered the pronunciation of your name there. So yeah, let's just get right into it. This is just my piano arrangement. This isn't what Eden's playing with his synths or anything. I was just playing along with it and found something that sounded kind of cool. So I'll teach it to you. Alright, so first it starts off with the intro. It sounds like this. I'll play it for you first and then I'll show you it. Alright, so first of all, it just rolls down C-sharp octaves with a G sharp in the middle. Rolls down that. And then it bounces on C sharp and G sharp. For 3 bars, and on the 4th bar you do this little riff. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 4th bar, at the very start of it, you're going to do this little riff, and it goes like this. So that's just a roll down from G sharp. So G sharp, F sharp to F, then F sharp, G sharp, B flat, C, C sharp. And that comes in on the 4th bar of bouncing on the G sharp and the C sharp here. So it's going to sound like this. And the roll there is pretty fast. It's maybe like 1 beat or so. Just listen to the song for the timing there, or listen to my cover for the timing there. Alright, and that's the intro. And at the end of that, a bit of a pause, and then it comes in on the 1 of the next bar there. So first of all, I'm going to show you the arpeggio that I'm doing with my right hand, and then I'll teach it to you. So it looks like this. Alright, so it's just based off of a B flat minor chord, and I guess it's a B, sort of B flat arpeggio kind of thing, kind of dealio. And so it starts off with hitting the B flat and the F notes first, and then C sharp, D sharp, so, and then B flat after that. So B flat F, C sharp, D sharp, B flat. And then after that you hit F, C sharp, D sharp, and then it repeats. So that's from the start, B flat F, C sharp, D sharp, B flat F, C sharp, D sharp, and then back to the start. And it just repeats like that. And so while your hand is doing that, on the left hand you have a F sharp octave to start off. You hold that for 1 bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it jumps G sharp, B flat, and G sharp octaves, and that's a fast little thing that goes like this. So G sharp, B flat, G sharp. So from the start we have F sharp, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. that, so that lands on the G sharp. And then there's a pause here, and you're gonna want to listen to the lyrics for when I say "don't mean shit," is when you come in on B flat, F, octave B flat. So it's gonna sound like "don't mean shit tonight," and that's just the cue for that little saying there. And when you go "don't mean shit," when you hit that low B flat, the arpeggio changes just a little bit. So when you go "don't mean shit," instead of hitting B flat F at the start of your arpeggio, instead of B flat F, it's actually going to be B flat and G sharp. So instead of, it's going to be, and that sounds like this. I'll just play it for you 1 sec. Yeah, so that arpeggio there, on that pause there, when we come in on the "don't mean shit," so we land on shit, we hit B flat and G sharp at the same time as we say shit. We're saying a lot of shit, aren't we? That's kind of not very nice. It's fine. So yeah, B flat, C sharp or G sharp, and then yeah, and then it just picks up. So every time, it's the same as the arpeggio before, but every time you hit F, every second time you hit the B flat and F, it's B flat and G sharp. So it'll be G sharp, F, G sharp, F. Yeah, that might take a little bit to work out, but I'm sure you can figure it out. So yeah, just replace the B flat and F with the B flat and the G sharp, and you should be good to go. And that repeats. And with the left hand, after you do "don't mean shit tonight," because I've been driving though I can't see shit, and I've been lying through my teeth, just get the feeling right. So when it goes "I've been lying through my teeth, just get the feeling right," you go back down to G sharp octaves for a bar, and then it goes back down to F sharp octaves. And then at that point, when you hit those F sharp octaves, you're going to want to go back to the original arpeggio without the added G sharp, the one that goes like this. And yeah, so then that repeats again. The only difference being, instead of the pause when we go "don't mean shit," it just goes straight from 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It just goes straight to that B flat octave with the G sharp and the arpeggio there. And everything else is the same for that. Alright, so now we're on to the sort of end of the verse, I guess you could say, where it slows down a little bit, where it goes "I ain't waiting for no one," and I'll show it to you first, and then I'll teach it to you. I ain't waiting for no one. Key change. Alright, so what we got there is pretty easy. So coming out of it, when it goes "I ain't waiting for no one," you have a B flat minor chord on the right hand, and you have F sharp octaves on the left hand. So that's "I ain't waiting for no one," and then you do the riff up G sharp, B flat, G on the left hand, and when you land on that G sharp octave, you're going to want to hit a G sharp major chord on on your right hand. So that's G sharp, C, and D sharp. And then it goes to B flat octaves and B flat minor chord on the right hand. So and all these are being held for one bar. Then back to G sharp minor or G sharp major on the right hand and G sharp octaves. It goes I ain't waiting for no one. Then left hand goes F sharp octaves. Right hand goes F sharp major chord. So F sharp, B flat, C sharp on the right hand. So I ain't waiting for no one. Then roll up G sharp, B flat, G sharp octaves on the left. And land on a G sharp major chord on your right hand. And then we go up to B flat octaves on the left hand and a B flat minor chord on the right. And this time you're going to want to do a half build-up, and then afterwards we're going to do a full build-up. So what I mean by half build-up is we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hit that 4 times, and then it's going to go to G sharp major chord on the right hand, G sharp octaves on the left, and then that's going to be a full build-up. So before we had, and now we have G sharp major, and it's going to sound like this. Yeah, so we do G sharp major chord build up 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we just move your thumb on your G sharp major chord in your right hand down to the F sharp note there for 2, only 2 or 3 depending on what you want to do, and it's going to sound like this. And then the key change happens. And so that's the whole end of the verse, and then it goes to the key change, outro, chorus, whatever you want to call it, and that part's pretty easy. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, stop, and then it goes to just F natural, F octaves on the bass, and F major on your right hand, and then descend, hit E to D minor, so D octaves on the left hand, D minor chord on the right. Then to A minor, so A octaves on the left, A minor chord on the right. 1 bar of that, 1 bar of all of these. 3, 4. Then we go to G major, G octaves with right hand G major chord. 2, 3, 4, and that repeats again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. And then on the last time, when you hit the F, you just hit the F octaves on your left hand once, and then on your right hand, you just hit the F chord 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the and of the next beat, so that means if we're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, it's going to be on the 4 and. It's going to be on that and. So it sounds like this, and you're going to hit a C and a F higher up on the and of after the 4th beat. So it's going to sound like this. I'm going to count it out for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that was just kind of my way to replicate the phone ringing at the end of the song. It's just the best I could do with what I had. Alright, and yeah, that's the whole song. So if you need to pause, repeat, go learn parts, feel free to do so. I hope that I was clear enough for you and you can see my fingers what I'm doing here. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do next, or what you think I could do better on these tutorials, or if these are working for you, if these are not working for you, let me know. And I'll catch you in the next one. Comment below, like, subscribe, all that jazz. and I'll see you later.